Trendle, Chair of the Hopkinton Planning Board, and I'd like to provide a brief recap from our May 17th, 2022 meeting, as well as a short recap from a site walk we did on the Wilson Street Solar Project on May 21st. So we'll start with the May 17th meeting, and our only topic for discussion that evening was a scenic road application from Eversource in order to cut some trees down, in order to make way for some increased utility lines that will be servicing the new houses at the end of Chamberlain Street. As I live on Chamberlain Street, I actually recused myself from the discussion, but I'm still happy to provide a quick recap from that discussion. Just a little bit of background, Chamberlain Street is a scenic road, and any modifications made to trees of a certain size or stone walls that are in the right-of-way of the street have to be approved by the planning board. So the original application was for 5 trees that were growing within the right-of-way that needed to be cleared in order to make these improvements to utility lines. However, some of the neighbors brought up some concerns with another 20+ trees that were marked for removal on the same project that are actually planted either on private property or on town-owned land. In the course of the discussion, it came back that those trees, even though they were growing outside of the right-of-way, the 40-foot right-of-way of Chamberlain Street, because they actually grow into the right-of-way, would also be subject to the scenic road bylaws. So no action was taken in that discussion, but we did schedule a site walk, which is slated for this coming Saturday, June 3rd at 8 a.m. And hopefully that'll help the planning board and any members of the public understand Eversource's approach, why they need to take some trees down, and will hopefully provide some good information for that continued hearing. The second, as I mentioned, we had a site walk on May 21st over on Wilson Street for that project. The applicant was looking for some initial input, and there were some concerns from the neighbors, specifically with regards to the landscaping plan and the screening. To the credit of the applicant, I think that they were have been trying to work with the neighbors and trying to plant the appropriate screening to really shield it from the abutters. But any change from the original plans is required to come back as an amendment to the planning board. So we always find these site walks to be incredibly helpful to us as planning board members. It's really helpful to see the land and the space, live in person. And that hearing is going to continue on June 6th, but it was a great opportunity to understand the challenges that the applicant was facing. And I think it was an opportunity for us to give them some more specific input for what they should come back to the planning board with for that continued discussion at the June 6th meeting. So that's all I have for an update. Relatively quick meetings for us, but still I think some meaningful work on some somewhat controversial topics. So if you have any interest, you are always more than welcome to join our site walk on June 3rd. And our next meeting is scheduled for June 6th at 7 p.m. Thanks very much.